Hello guys. So today we'll be learning the main tutorial of Hackerrank, that is 30 days of code. So here we are beginning with the first one, that is day zero hello world. So this is the most simple one. Let's see what the problem states. The problem says that in this challenge we review some basic concepts that will give you started with this series. It's just a warm-up exercise. To complete the task, you save a line from the stdin and print hello world on a single line, and finally print the values of your variable on the second line. Okay. So the input will be in a form of single, that will be a string named as input string. This is a variable name given to you. Output has to be hello world followed by that input string. Like for example, if we've got the input as welcome to 30 days of code. So how we will print hello world welcome to 30 days of code. So very first thing you must know is how to accept a string. Secondly, you just have to print it directly. So there's nothing in this one. Let's see what it states. So first we'll import all the libraries. This is a logged one, so it already has it. Public class solution and then a void main. Now I've begun with scanner class. Scanner class, after that I've imported string using next line. In scanner we use next line function to input a string. After that, when acceptance is closed, so I close the scanner class. Now, SOPLN hello world. I'll print hello world. Okay. And then line of code prints the input string 2. Okay. So printing the input string, what we will do is let's print system.out.println, and the variable was input string. So this is our code. Let's check it once. The sample case also passes. So this was our day 1. Sorry, day 0. Still having confusion? You can see just introduce the scanner class, input string, close the scanner class, print hello world, and in the next line print string, input string, the string that was being input. Okay. So this is day 1. Day 1 is based on data types. Here, what you have to do in the task given is there are variables IDS. Okay, they are declared and initialized for us. We have to declare 3 more variables of int type, double type, and one of string type. We have to read all of them using standard inputs. Now, we have to use a plus operator. Plus operator to print the sum of I. Second, to print the sum of D plus the second double variable, and in S, the plus will act as a concatenating operator. So we need to concatenate 2 strings using it. Now input will be in the format of IDS. First will be I, then D, and then S. Output has to be the sum of both integers on the first line, the sum of both doubles on the second, and then 2 concatenated integers on the third line. Okay. You can see the example 4, 12, 16, 4, 4, 8. Then concatenating, we'll just mix the 2 strings. So here's the code. This was already given to you. A class was declared, void main, 3 variables, namely int I, int double D, and string S were given, and the scanner class was declared. Declare second integer, double, and string variable. So I took it as int I2, double D2, and string S2. Now we need to accept it. I2 is next int, next double, next line, or string. Now, SOPLN I plus I. So this is just addition, and this is also simple addition of two double numbers. And in case of string, we'll write s dot concatenate s2. Okay, we could have written s plus s2 also. That will also work out. And then we'll close the scanner class. This is simply you just need to write and add. See, the answer is correct. You must be having the knowledge of declaration, accepting, and if you have it, then you can do it in quickly. And if you need this code in written format, then go to the website given in the description. You can directly have the code from. Right? So here's the third day code, that is state 2 operators. This is quite of an easy one. We'll be given meal price, tip percentage, and tax percentage. This kind of questions we have mostly done in 7th, 8th if you have done Java or C++ in the first year also you are taught such things. It's the most easy one. Input format will be meal cost, tip percent, and text percent. Okay. So tip percent and tax percent has to be calculated on meal cost. Output should be the total meal cost. So the total meal cost will be the entire bill summing up all of these. As they have given meal cost is 12, 20% as the tip percent and 8% is the tax percent. So we'll calculate 20% of 12 plus 8% of 12 plus the original cost 12. So how we will implement it? This is actually the mathematical one, and rounding off we need to find the answer. So the answer is an integer. Okay, so you need to do typecasting this time. First we'll have all the packages here. Public class solution, void solve. Here we'll take inputs as a meal cost, tip percent, tax percent. Now total cost I'm writing it as T cost. T cost is int. Now I will convert it into int. This is typecasting. Math.round. I am using round function to round it off. Meal cost plus tip cost into meal. This is calculating the tip percent into meal cost by 100 plus taxes tax percent into meal by 100. I have done it in a single line. You could have done differently, right? Namely having tax then tip, but this increases memory. So avoid the use of unnecessary variables. We'll directly print it. So the main thing we have to do in this function was completing the function. Okay. Then accepting was done in main function. So this is how we accept, and let's check the code. Code is running. So we'll be beginning with intro to conditional statements. That is, there will be a task given to us. We'll accept an integer n. If n is odd, print weird. If n is even and inclusive between the range of 2 to 5, then print not weird. If it is even and inclusive in the range 6 to 20, print weird. And if it is greater than 20 and even, print not weird. So input we have to take just n. N would be from 1 to 100. Now, let's see. We have to just complete this statement. So I am checking if n is even. Then there were cases like if n is between 2 to 5. So if n is less than 6, we have to print not weird. If it is less than 21, now if it is not less than 6, it will come to else if. So if it is not less than 21, print weird. Else print not weird. Else system.out.print weird. It will be printed if it is odd. Okay. So let's check this one too. There's a compilation error as it states not sorry, it was capital N and I wrote it small, and so let me correct answer is correct. So here's the fourth day, that is class versus inheritance. Task: you have to write a class name with an instance variable age, constructor, initial age as parameter, constructor assign initial age, and argument is passed as not negative. We need to check that. The constructor will set the age to 0 if it is negative and print age is not valid. Okay. Now in addition we must write the following instance methods: year passes and am I old. Okay. So input format will be in the form as the first line contains t. T will tell the number of subsequent lines that we have to read. After that, those subsequent lines will tell the ages. Okay, and then we have to print on that basis. Okay, so the packages were already there. Public class solution, static class person. I've created a static class person, private int age. Now beginning with the person, int initial age would be accepted by it. It will check if it is 0, if it is positive greater than 0, set it to initial age. Else, if it is negative or 0, write age is not valid, setting the age to 0. Then public void am I old. If age is less than 13, print you are young. If it is less than 18, print you are teenager. Else, print you are old. And then in another, we have to year passes. With every year, the age increases by 1, so we'll do age plus plus. The main function was already written. So when we run the code, it will show that all test cases pass. Okay. So here we are with day 5 loop. Loops are quite easy in this. It is just a simple one. You have to print the table of the number that is being input to you. If the input is 2, we'll print 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 2 threes are 6, and so on up till 10 times. So till here it's given, like we accept the integer, and now how we'll print for int I equals to 1 less than 11. You can even write less than equals to 10. Everything is fine. Then print n plus. I am writing x because in our computer there's a sign of multiplication, but we have to write in the same format, so don't put the sign of multiplication there. Write x plus I plus equals to n into I. So this will print our results. Let's check. As you can see, 2 into 1. This into is the sign we use, but in computer this is x, so don't get confused with it. So this is day 6. Let's review. It's kind of a revision to all the questions we've done. So what a combination of all of these. So what we have to do here, we'll be given a string s of length n, indexed from 0 to n minus 1. Print its even indexed and odd indexed as two space separated integers on the single line. 0 is considered to be an even index. Input format will be, the first line will tell you the number of test cases, and second, each line I contains the string that needs to be checked or that needs to be printed. Mostly in interview questions or competitive programming, you will be given test cases. So just remember, for test cases, it's better you use for or while. Now, example, you have two. For 2, we have Hackerrank, rank 2 different. H, C, E. They are odd indexed. A, C, R are even indexed. So we have separated them. Similarly for rank. So in this, it's better we go for a character array. The string needs to be converted into a char array. So what I'll do, first I'll accept the number of test cases that I'm denoting by n, and then the string. After getting the string, I'll convert it into a char array. String dot to char array. This is the function we use to convert string into an array. In j equals to 0, j less than char array dot length j plus plus. Now I will check the index. If index is an even one, so j mod 2 is equals to 0, print that particular particular term and then space. So first all the even ones will get printed. Now with space we'll check the odd ones. So after that we'll print all the odd ones separated by a space character. Then a new line function and in dot close. So this is the main thing you need to do. If you want to copy this code or want to have it for future reference, you can go to my website given in the description and grab the code from there. This is running. So here it is day 7, that is arrays, and arrays you will be given an array of array A with n integers, and you have to print the array in reverse order as a single line of space separated integers. So first of all, for this you need to know how to accept space separated integers in input form. So what we'll do, class solution is declared, void main, scanner class declared. So first we'll take n is the number of terms, and we'll accept array using loop in dot next in directly. Okay, now I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. We'll check whether it is particularly in reverse order. So for finding in reverse order, what we'll do, we'll change the index. We change the index in opposite form, I n minus I minus 1. So we'll be printing in opposite form directly from here. If you want, you can take another array, copy it in reverse order also, that too will work. So let's check this one. It's working. So that is day 8, dictionaries and maps. In dictionaries and map, what we need to do, given n names and phone numbers, assemble a phone book that maps friend's name to the respective phone numbers. You have to use the concept of mapping here. You'll be provided with n and queries. For example, the sample input is 3 and you have been given queries with then number. Okay, so you need to check Sam, Edward and Harry. Sam is there, yes, you need to print the number. Edward wasn't there, so we'll write not found. And Harry with its respective number. So it's kind of a phone directory we'll be creating. So int n, first we need to initialize map string comma integer. Why string comma? String for name and integer for storing the number. My map is the name I've chosen. New hash map and then string comma integer. For I equals to 0 up till n times, we'll accept strings as well as phone numbers, and then we'll map my map dot put name comma phone. Now next we'll check while in has next. String equals to int next if my map gets is not equal to null. If it's not equal to null, if it is present, then we'll print it directly string equals to the number we'll get. Else print not found. So this is a simple example of mapping. What we do, we'll map the strings with their phone numbers. See, this is the sample test case that has been passed. Mapping is quite easy. If you want me to share a video related to mapping and its tutorial, then do write it in the comment box. I'll surely do that. Now this is day 9, that is recursion. Recursion is calling the same function itself. The most important or most common example is the factorial one. We'll call the function by n minus 1 every time until it reaches the final stage, that is 1. So we need to find the factorial of that number. We'll begin static int factorial int n. If n equals to 1, then return 1. If n is 1, then we'll be returning 1, but if it is not 1, then what we'll do, return factorial n minus 1 into n. First n, then n minus 1, and then so on. So it keeps on. If it is 3, it will check 3 is not equal to 1, it will come here. Return 3 into factorial of 2, then 2 it will again go, 2 into n, so on, it goes on. Just a 2-line code. This is very important one. If you are clear with recursion, that will surely help you in the interview questions too. Let's check this. See, it's running. Coming to day 10, that is binary numbers. Binary numbers we all are aware of, consisting of zeros and ones. Now given task would be, you are given an integer with base 10, convert it into binary number. So we have to convert an integer into a binary number. Find and print base 10 integer denoting the maximum number of ones in n binary representation. We have not only to convert it into binary number, but find its again representation in integers according to the number of ones shown in it. Okay, like 5 is 101. The maximum number of consecutive ones is 1, only 1, no consecutive ones, so it will be 1. In 13 it is 1101. There are 2 consecutive ones, so it will give 2. So let's check this one. First I'll read the number. I equal in sum equals to 0, max equals to 0. Now I'll check if n is greater than 0. First thing is to form that binary number. Sum plus